So let me try to make this image bigger for you guys so you guys get a sense of just how close the US military is. That's the Strait of Hormuz that we all know very intimately at this point. Look how close these tankers are. Guys, these are tankers, not fighter jets. The fighter jets are actually operating at a, bigger radius, but r- pretty much right up on the Strait of Hormuz, these tankers are flying. And when they're flying, you know that fighter jets are conducting operations. There's warships.
Yeah.
A lot of people are thinking that the U.S. is just escorting ships not only throughout the night but also throughout the day with ships with their transponders off as well. The Islamic Republic
So,
has not hit them so far. I don't know. It's something's a little fishy here, in my opinion.
so just to be clear to people, these are air tankers, okay? Like, because we've been talking about oil tankers a lot. People are like, how are these oil tankers flying? These are air tankers for refueling purposes of fighter jets, correct? Yes.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
The fighter jets will never have their transponders on. The refueling tankers, most of them, it looks like they are. So what I'm thinking is 17 of these planes with their transponders on. The USS Boxer is on its way. They posted about it. They're issuing some covert threats. It's a lot of signaling going on. A lot of signaling.
So why is this happening? Somebody in the chat saying this has been the way for months. Refueling needs for around the clock patrols. Is this new, or is this like
No,
what's
this has not been
the
happening for months. The refueling tankers do not operate this close. This is the closest I've ever seen them. They're usually way further back.
So Fleshy has an explanation. Look at this. A lot of ship
Yeah,
escorting.
a lot of ship
Yes.
escorting. That's what I think as well. It seems like I was reading reports that they're doing it during the day. Like they just don't even IDGAF. They just don't care. So with that, the number of tankers that have passed through the strait today is 34. So, I mean, the last report that I saw was 34. Right now, it is 1:30 a.m. just about in the Middle East. So, in that area, could be more happening. I would not be surprised. But yeah, 30. It's still not a crazy high amount. I mean, that's less than 20% of the traffic that was happening before. But we're getting there, I think.
I mean, oil Brent is low. Brent is under 72. So whatever they're doing, it's working.
So as long as Brent is low, that is a high indication that ships are going with their transponders off.
Yeah.
So, so that was what's happening in Lebanon, and this was actually confirmed by Ghalibaf in his statement yesterday. He's made some interesting interviews, to say the least. He's actually been cut off, like they just straight up cut him off from air. That happened a couple days ago. He's come out with more interviews so far, more today. I'm going to check those statements in just a second because they just happened. But Ghalibaf said, the face of the Islamic Republic, it has been decided that Iran, the US, and Lebanon will establish a committee to oversee the end of the war in Lebanon. Sure, buddy. I don't exactly know how that's going to happen. I mean, is the Islamic Republic going to send troops to Lebanon? Are they going to send IRGC commander? I don't know what's going to happen. Wink, wink, they're already there, part of Hezbollah, but I think this is just some empty words that he's saying. But we are seeing that US troops that are stationed already in Israel are making preparations to head into Lebanon. That is happening.
The Ghalibaf segment being cut on the Islamic Republic State TV is big news right now in Iran. Like, big news. This is one of the most obvious, like out there, visually observable signs of internal fighting within the Islamic Republic. Like we have seen some, but a lot of the signs of the internal fighting within the Islamic Republic has been something that the political junkies within Iran notice. But this is one of the first ones that everybody's seeing. Like
Yeah.
transparently, everybody's saying like, "What the fuck?" So this is becoming
Yeah.
a big deal.
It
Yeah.
was, yeah, it's a huge deal. I mean, I was surprised that as soon as he started talking about the frozen funds, like the money, they were like, "Oh, no, cut this off right now." And a lot of people came out and speculated. We actually have the interview for you guys. We'll show it to you later. But a lot of people are speculating is because he actually started talking about the nuclear negotiations, and he was going to talk about the nuclear negotiations, and they cut him off. They cut him off when as soon as he started talking about the money and the nuclear. So we since seen statements from Pezeshkian about the same issue, about the nuclear, about the negotiations, about the supreme leader. Whole lot of interesting stuff happening there. So we're going to talk about it real soon. Armin, did you know that today something really, really fishy happened? We don't know if this is the Islamic Republic or not, but here's what's happened today. Guys, today a US Navy helicopter crashed into the Arabian Sea, which is the area of operation that they're doing. So it was a Seahawk helicopter, and it was part of the USS George HW Bush. 3 of the 4 crew members have been recovered. So the helicopter crashed into the water. 3 of them were rescued with injuries. 1 is missing, so it's probably what you think it is. And we don't know if this is because the Islamic Republic shot down the helicopter, or if it just once in a needle in a haystack just crashed.
Oh my god.
They haven't released the info about it because this is happening right now. This happened today, just a few hours ago. Something like 6-8. Let me just check double quick right here. This person posted about it at 10 a.m. So yeah, this was about 4 to 6 hours ago. It must have been happening. An American service member, if the Islamic Republic shot down this helicopter, that means that the Islamic Republic has caused the death of a U.S. service member, which is what Donald Trump said. What is his red line? Again, we
Oh
don't
my
know.
god.
We don't know the full details about this, but yeah, they've launched an investigation to figure out why this happened.
What are the chances that this was the Islamic Republic? What do you think?
The crew members of the Bush carrier are very seasoned, very experienced, and I think they just released yesterday, the day before, CENTCOM released a picture of the people on the USS George W. Bush working on these helicopters to repair them. Let me see if I can find that for you guys. If they just perform maintenance, I mean, you don't know. Maybe they. I mean, I don't want to say they missed something because these guys are professionals, but they did just perform maintenance on them. Yep, here it is. I found it. So, CENTCOM posted. This was yesterday. That U.S. sailors maintain a MH-60S Seahawk helicopter, the same helicopter that just got shot down or crashed, was being performed on. So they're fixing it up, they're replacing the parts, and it looked like it should have been in tip-top condition. For it to just suddenly malfunction either means that someone like this guy seriously messed up, or maybe the Islamic Republic shot it down. We don't really know. This could be a
I know what
massive
some people.
escalation.
Yeah, if a single American soldier has died, then President Trump will respond, and I mean he would have to respond big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I also found the part
Before
where
you go, I do know if that has happened. I can already tell you what some anti-Israeli people will say in the West, in America. They're gonna say that Israel did this to drag America back into war. They're gonna be like the IRGC. They say the IRGC has no motivation to escalate the war right now. This was obviously an Israeli plot to drag America back to war.
yeah,
Hmm.
people have said that before. I mean, it's completely ridiculous. um, we did see a similar incident with another helicopter, right? This isn't the first helicopter that's been shot down in this area. There was that other helicopter that was trying to get rid of the attack boats, the speed boats, and that got hit by a drone. So when that happened, the Islamic Republic at first was like, we have no idea. We didn't do that. And then they started coming out being like, actually, praise be to the fighter who shot down that helicopter. And like, yeah, we repelled the Americans and this and that. So this just happened 6, 8 hours ago. The information is still coming out. The US also doesn't release information within 24 hours about this kind of stuff. So it's just a standard protocol. And we'll end up seeing, I mean, we'll probably get a Truth Social post about this, uh, knowing the crazy stuff that's been happening. And speaking of that, let me just check that real quick to see if there's anything going on. So there's a lot of kinetic action. I mean, Iraq is being hit by ballistic missiles, which is a crazy thing.
Iraq is being hit by ballistic missiles.
Yes.
Elaborate.
The northern part of Iraq is generally considered to be part of Kurdistan. There are communist, separatist, terrorist Kurdish militia groups, and they operate in that area, and they've been launching a full-on attack into the Islamic Republic, into Iran.
My name is Armin Navabi. I'm an Iranian political analyst with decades of experience fighting the Islamic regime inside and outside of Iran. Make sure you follow me for more, and also make sure you join our discussion group. I'm there almost every single day. Come talk to me there and the rest of the people there in our group calls. It's a great place to meet and talk to people who like talking about politics. The link is in the description and or in the bio. You could also get there by scanning the QR code on the screen. See you there.